Hi, Bob Cannon here. Your Portland area specialist in how to go to car shows here. This last weekend was really some kind of a fiasco. As you'll see on our first video for the July 27th Saturday, we went to a very well advertised car show in Beaverton at a very large park, about 40 acres, lots of things going on. And apparently they had planned for, I don't know how many cars, but they didn't get them. They had the 1 acre size piece of the park set up with ropes going here and there, concourse d'elegance style. They had tents for vendors. They had vendors. They had a lot of tents set up that weren't even being occupied. They had food vendors. The problem was they only had about 50 cars show up. They were planning on obviously a couple hundred. So that was fine. It was nice. We did have a really great breakfast, which justified the trip, I guess. But from there we went to East Portland to a show at a church that I've been to. I should know better. It wasn't that big. It couldn't have been that big. The place isn't that big. But out that way, there were several other shows to go to, and they ended up being bummers. Again, we went to one called the Race for the Cure, and again, it's at a big park, and they had obviously lots of things going on, lots of people, and he also had about 10 cars. So that took care of that. Our next stop was at a Burgerville, and we got there, and it was all rope taped off for the cars. There was one car. There's a guy sitting in his car all alone, and so he said, well, I don't know. So right down the street, sort of a joint thing, I guess, the way it was all under one advertisement. We went to Fred Meyer's, which there's going to be a show in the parking lot. And we get there, taped off, not a single car. So that sort of set up things for the weekend. And on my intro for the Sunday show, I'll go through that. It ended up sort of the same way. Well, it's Saturday, July 27th here in Portland, Oregon, and we've got a good dozen possible car shows to go to, so I think we'll pick the closest ones and see where we go from there. Now here's our master list taken from the Route 66 or Route 26 Cruisers.com. So we'll pick our first one. We'll be out in the Beaverton, the west side of Portland area, and then we'll come back to the east side. And the first one we'll be going to will be the classic at T-Hills. Now, I've never been to that one, so hopefully it's worth the trip. Well, next on the agenda will be the 13th annual Classic Car Cruise-In at the Clear Creek Church, Highland Campus in Gresham. It's quite a ways to the east, considering we're coming from quite a ways from the west. And it shouldn't be too far from Gresham to go over to Happy Valley for the Relay for Life car show. And never been to that one, although I recognize a couple of cars shown in their pamphlet, the digital pamphlet. So I just have to take a chance and see what happens there. And here's one that didn't show up on the Route 26 Cruisers menu, but another auto search program is Cruise News. And so there's the Midway Community Fair. Now we went to Westland last week, Community Fair. It was a zoo, so see what this one's like. And last on the list is one that doesn't start till 5, so may pass on that, maybe not, in Boring, Oregon. Great name for a city, Boring. Creative Visions Landscapes Car Show. Well, looks like a big affair. At least they got good music. Well, it sort of looks like they got this organized more like a concours d'elegance where you can't touch things. I don't know, but they do have a live band anyway. Maybe some freebies here too. We do like red. Yeah, another one to add to our collection of Willie's pictures. That was a little, anyway. Yeah, we've seen this Nash before, but it's still good to see it again. Well, either we're early or they didn't have as many people coming as they thought, because look at where they got everything roped off. You can put 1,000 more cars in here, and it's going to happen. It better happen soon. That is what I would describe as an early California street rod. Right. Looks like there's more trophies sitting there than there are cars to receive them. Oh, look but don't touch. I know. He'll start it up. Well, I think we can see and safely say that they provided for about at least 10 times the number of cars. But with 13 car shows in town, it makes you wonder about the draw.
Some of these are like natural, wonderful area to have a car show.
Yeah, too bad they didn't have any cars. But we had a great breakfast. In fact, one of the best ones ever. And wonderful location, but it's a no-show. Well, that was a quickie, so we're off to Gresham. Next show. Well, how many miles? I can't see now, you turned it off, but anyway, about 15 miles or so, and we're now in East Portland, and I'm recalling I was at this place last year, and I think I was in and out in 5 minutes. I don't expect there to be many cars here, but they got music. I like that VW. I like the paint on it. It shines. Oh, it's a nice looking T-bucket. Boy, that is clean, though. Yeah, here's the 41 Chevy truck. This is a daily driver. Man, that's a classy instrument panel you got there. Drive-in special. 34 Chrysler. Doesn't look to me like it'd be. Obviously not restored yet. Why not? Hey, as long as it's a driver, you know.
Oh yeah. No, it's fine.
I didn't ask that.
He didn't say. Oh,
Like I told you, this is a pretty small affair, and we won't bother next year because I'll know what it is now for sure. Well, the next one is in Happy Valley. Hope it's a little bit bigger than this one was. Well, we're in Happy Valley. So, well, it looks like a real neat place for the kids. Never had stuff like that when I was a kid. Well, it looks like there's about 10 cars down there, but we get a chance to see Happy Valley. Happy Valley. Not much to see, that's for sure.
Remember in Sandy when we went out to Bonneville? This car was there. Maybe this isn't it.
No, this is more of a ivory.
Yeah, I didn't know why.
Well, we see this one in a lot of the different shows. A Marmon Manx, that's what I had. Except I didn't have the roof rack on it. Yeah, not exactly what you call a big car show, but certainly a big event for something. It's the race for the cure. Well, that was a pretty weak showing. That's what, 3 in a row now, and we're off to Burgerville and Fred Meyer, I think. Well, I have to say 64.8 miles round trip, and probably didn't see more than I don't know, 50 cars, if that. That's pretty unbelievable. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. Let's see. Well, it's